Look, this isn't how I expected Christmas Eve to start, all right. I had a little bit of a disaster yesterday, 2 days before Christmas. The freezer decided to pack up, didn't it? Everything's in the fridge that has been salvaged so far. I'm going to shut that, keep the cold in. A belated happy Christmas Eve to you all, because I know it'll be much later by the time you're watching this. I've got a gig today. I've got to leave at 2, so I haven't got hours at home today. I am basically part of a team that is leading communal singing in a pub on Christmas Eve. I've been preparing all the booklets yesterday. Here they are, printed them all out, stapled them all together. We got some great hits, yes, coming up this evening. We normally do it with our regular pub band, our trio that you occasionally see rehearsing, except you don't see IB because he stays off camera. But we just don't feel like we're quite equipped to do it, to get everybody roused up. Like, Dan's busy reading chords that he doesn't normally play. I'm having to hold the melody together on the flute, and IB just doesn't enjoy singing on the mic. And anyway, I've recruited somebody called Tim to come and be our front man, and he's going to be brilliant. We've had one rehearsal already. He's got a huge repertoire of Christmas songs that he knows well, rather than having to fumble around for stuff he doesn't normally do. He's going to be absolutely fab. So yes, we're going to be accompanying him. I'm basically going to wing it. I've spent a lot of time on this gig, but it's all been organisational things rather than actually playing-y things. We've had one rehearsal and I just improvised along the whole night, and it was fine. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, in a Christmas hat probably. I'm going to have this ridiculous breakfast, because how can I eat my normal food when all this stuff is going to go to waste if it doesn't get eaten? So I'm having a tuna steak, frozen mushrooms and frozen peppers, and I think that needs turning. And I've got a feeling we're going to be having tuna for lunch as well. Oh my gosh, everything needs washing in this house. It's just a disaster zone. I think both Izzy and I tend to feel like we're too busy to do it and the other one should do it. She was working yesterday, to be fair. I need to turn this over. But the fish slices are all... Is it in the microwave? Oh, it is. No, I did the dishwasher, but there was actually more than one load full, so it's still crockery on the side. Right. Doesn't look the most attractive, but it's been swimming in liquid from these frozen things. That's a whole packet of frozen mushrooms, that is, but I do like frozen mushrooms, so hopefully I'm going to eat them. I don't know if I can eat that all in one sitting, mind. But there's always lunchtime. There. Oh, I'm going to put cream in it as well. You know, I froze the cream pots. It's still solid though. Things are still very cold, but they are melted, you know. When I at first discovered the freezer yesterday, I had no idea how long it had been off for, so I was very dubious about eating the fish. But when Izzy came in late last night from her work shift, she said the night before at 11 p.m. she'd been cooking herself a meal, and it had been perfectly fine then. So I'm absolutely sure that we've got good 2 or 3 days run of eating stuff before we have to start chucking stuff. Some stuff I did chuck, like fish fingers and things, like a couple of fish fingers in a box here and there that were sopping wet, where stuff had melted and they'd just gone wet through, so I chucked a few things out. There you go, breakfast fit for a queen. Well, I did eat it all, although I must say I think a lot of it was water. This Christmas week I have 3 gigs. I've done one already on Saturday, which was a private booking. I didn't film it. I had a couple of days off vlogging for Planet Immo. Then there's tonight, and then also Friday, and then the Saturday we are involved in something musical, but it's not paid, so it's not technically a gig. We're doing that for fun. So sort of 4 in 8 days, but pay-wise 3 in 7 days. I'm going to have the second half of this coffee, I reckon. I've had one so far. Close. Oh, is that all I've got left? Whoops. Problem is, this pot is a bit smaller than my old one, so I'm having to make my little shots a bit smaller. I might put some instant coffee in that, top it up a bit, I don't know. Or make another pot. I mean, it is Christmas Eve, you know. No, I'll just do instant. I haven't got time. I need a shower. I need to film a little message to put up tonight on my Planet Immo, which you will have seen already. It's Christmas Eve. Just want to make a quick shorty to say I'm not going to upload on Christmas Day, in case anybody's expecting that. Yeah, but you'll know about that. That's all ancient history by now for you. I would normally heat that up. There's such a tiny dribble, I'm not going to bother. It's desky time now. I've done a bit, I'm going to do a bit more. I need to reply to a customer inquiry. They've got some very specific questions, and I don't think we can provide what they need because they're very specific, and it's a long way away. It's like 3.5 hours drive away, so it's too far really for a night's work for us. I might recommend somebody more local who I know in that area. I also need to update a list of musicians and technical requirements for something I'm organising on Friday. Some more information's coming for that. And then I'll see how much time I've got after that and then decide what to do from there. Time is ticking though. I haven't got that long, and I am thinking I might air fry some of the frozen sort of processed-y things like the corn, whatchamacallits, breadcrumb covered things. I had one last night and Izzy did, and we absolutely loved them, but there's another 2. So I thought I could cook them and then take them with me for like packed tea kind of thing. They'll be fine. You can eat them in your hands, I reckon. Whoops, that's still on there. We've got Dan some presents. Dan, who's in our band, I'm going to see him tonight. So he's got a pack of 4 Guinness Zero because he doesn't drink alcohol, apart from on Christmas Day, and he has 1 glass of wine once a year, and 2 Frey Bentos pies because he's a bit partial. I have to leave in an hour and 20 minutes, and do you know what? It's Christmas Eve. I've worked so hard. I haven't stopped, so I'm not going to rush too much now to try and fit anything else in other than cooking some lunch to eat before I go, some food to take with me just because I need to use up all that stuff in the freezer, and just pack and look forward to tonight's gig really. So this is what I've got going on. I'm just frying up those sausages. They are the cauldron sausages, my absolute favourite veggie sausages. I'm going to microwave those thawed out frozen beans. In the air fryer, we've got some corner scallops and all the rest of the hash browns. So I'm going to take these with me. I'm going to eat some of the hash browns with the sausages for lunch, but I'm going to take the scallops and chopped up veggie sausages to snack on later in a lunchbox. I need to clean up my kitchen. Look at the state, but this is me and Izzy. We're both as bad as each other, to be honest. Now, look at this messy bit of windowsill here. I threw away 2 plants today. I've had to finally come to terms with the fact that chili plants are not deciduous. They were not hibernating for the autumn and winter. They're not going to come back to life. They're well and truly dead. I think I killed them with a mild washing up liquid solution to try and deal with aphids. I think it just killed the plant because I think the washing up liquid I used was not ideal for it. That's why I think. It was like a really, really cheapy, bright yellow looking one. I think Ecova would have been better. Somebody advised me in the comments, use Ecova if you're doing it for green fly treatment because it doesn't make the food taste yucky if you're going to then eat the leaves or whatever. Right, anyway, I'm going to have a big clean up. I'm going to transform this kitchen while those are all cooking. Won't take long. Everything's looking a lot better now. Cleaned all my surfaces, washed my sink and draining boards and everything. I've cleaned that windowsill where it had all plant debris on it. I need to sort these boxes out. They've been there for a couple of days. Just pop them out in the recycling. Now, I will admit this is a bit of an odd thing to do. This is my little selection box. I've got sausages, hash browns and corner scallops, and they're just going to come with me in my trolley basically because I'm not hungry. I've cooked it but I just can't eat it, so I've put the veg portion back in the fridge. That veg that's in the fridge that was in the freezer is still really, really cold in the middle, so I think we're all right for a few more days. The problem with these sorts of nice crispy crunchy things is they're still giving off moisture, as you can see, because there's condensation forming on the inside of the receptacle. Well, that's going to go all moist, isn't it? So I'm going to leave the lid off until it's literally time to go, I think. It's been really crowded on the bus, but it's starting to thin out a bit now. Sometime later, and I'm at IB's house, I had to say to him, well, the good news is, IB, there's a whole unopened sherry trifle in the shopping trolley. Bad news is the bus did a great big violent swerve around a roundabout and the whole trolley tipped over sideways, so it's kind of all slumped onto one side. But anyway, I think we might have a bit before we leave for our gig this evening. I've been feasting on these things. I've put the kettle on for a cup of tea, and IB has just been washing all these up, light bulbs and things. They were in that cupboard down there where he keeps Christmassy things, and a little mouse had been having a fine old time in there, ripping up all the Christmas wrapping paper into little shreds and making a lovely nest and doing other mousy things. So hence he's been washing things up that came out of there. Oh, I see him. He's been outside. I reckon we just about got time for a cup of tea and a bit of trifle, and then time to get changed and packed and time to leave for the gig then. IB's going to probably wear the Sprout headband because he gets a bit hot in a hat, he does, but he has got his Christmas hat ready. That found its way into my fancy dress box and I brought it with me in my trolley. Got a bit of a funny hiatus happening now. He's just busying around doing bits and bobs. I think we're going in about 40 minutes, something like that. He didn't want trifle after all. My appetite was whet for that because he said in the car, oh, that would be lovely to have just before leaving for the gig. So I was thinking, yum, yum. All the saliva was getting ready to receive the trifle. And then he said, no, I think I'll have it later. I'm like, oh, I don't want to have it on my own. I want it to be a shared couples trifle enjoying experience. I know that probably sounds a bit weird, but that's kind of how I pictured it going. So I'm going to get into my outfit, and it's not Christmassy. I couldn't find my sequiny dresses. I'm beginning to wonder if they might have fallen to the bottom of the wardrobe. So I'm just wearing a very un-Christmassy dress, which is that. And I just put this green jumper on because people seem to think it looks like a Christmas tree all year round anyway, so I thought it would go with the hat. And I don't think I can be doing with festooning it with ornaments. I've had some very, very great use out of this jumper. I got it in Spain for €5 in Lloret de Mar. Had a holiday there. It was our first holiday after the pandemic. I've got a whole playlist of that holiday. In fact, I'll link it on the end screen in case you fancy dipping in or watching the whole lot or whatever. It was a funny time because face masks were still in, and halfway through the week the law changed in Spain where you didn't have to wear them in the hotel anymore. So it was like, well, I mean, not in your rooms obviously, but in the communal areas. But anyway, yeah, they had these jumpers for €5. So I got two. I got this one and my black one. So they were a good buy, and they've worn really well. Right, so I better switch the camera off and get changed. Here's today's outfit. Then this hat looks a bit like a traffic cone, to be honest, except green. Well, it's a very nice sparkly Christmas tree hat that I got from Tiger. I'd better get my gig bag packed up anyway, gigging gear. Got some music folders there. I left them here because I didn't want to take them back on public transport. Oh, well, that was clever. I appear to have left all my Christmas stuff notes at home. Have I got any Christmas stuff? That's Christmas stuff in there. But it's not the new Christmas stuff. Oh, wow, I winged it in the rehearsal. I'll just have to wing it again. But I did take some notes about when to do intros and interludes and things. I'm just going to have to make it up. Must have left it at home. I must have thought, oh, I'll take this home and use it to do some prep. And I don't know, maybe I got it out to proofread some of the things that IB finished. Oh. Yes! Good, it was down in IB's music room. I must have taken them when I was helping. See, I started doing all the booklets and I just got so overwhelmed because it was taking me ages. So IB took over. I'd done about just under half of them, and then he came on and did the rest. And then I proofread them, so it's probably full of mistakes I've missed, but there we are. I'm the worst proofreader in the world. But anyway, I have my folder now, that's good. We have just left after a very long and fidgety wait that seemed interminable, but now we're moving again towards the pub. We've arrived at the pub. They've forgotten to turn the fire down. Well, not turn it down, let it die down. It's a real one. So we're out a bit forward from it tonight, because otherwise we're going to actually roast like a chestnut on an open fire.
See the blazing Yule before us. La 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. La 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. La 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 la. While I tell of Christmas treasure. La 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 la. Past away the old year passes. La 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 la. Hail the new year, lads and lasses. La 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 la. Sing we joyous all together. La 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather. La 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 la.
Done our first set. We've got 10 minutes left of the break. Found a mince pie. I'm going to tuck into it. I'm hungry actually. Yeah, it's going well. People are joining in and having a jolly nice communal time, all singing together. We're going to do probably another hour at least. Maybe a bit longer, I don't know. Suddenly realised I was hungry. I've got sprouts on my head. See? I got a bit hot in the hat. It's 10 to 10 at night. I haven't vlogged because I've been busy doing a gig and helping to lead the carol singings. But everybody was singing in the pub, weren't they, IB? Oh, it was so nice to see them. We played for ages. We played for 2 hours and 47 minutes. I am having a pint now. My favourite lager, which is Cruz Campo. So there we are, well deserved. So it's Christmas, going to be very soon Christmas because it's 10 to 10, isn't it? So I'm wearing sprouts because I got too hot wearing my Santa hat, Christmas tree hat. People are still in the pub, as you can see, they haven't gone yet. I got the camera out to catch a fox and didn't catch the fox. I never catch the wildlife in the roads. He was bobbing along, his little tail was bobbing along behind him. It was very cute. I am back in Ivy's kitchen. He's next to me now. He's making a sandwich out of the corner scallops, Philadelphia and white bread. So there we are. Hopefully he's going to enjoy that for a late night.
Garlic and herb Philadelphia.
Garlic and herb Philadelphia.
I've not had it before, but someone was telling me it was really good.
Oh, I expect it is. It sounds nice. Anyway, But it's Christmas. Like, the time is 10:15 now. So we're going to relax and enjoy the rest of the evening together. Tomorrow I'm heading back to my parents' house with IB. We're going to do presents, aren't we? But thank you so much for watching today's video. Do give it a like if you happen to like it. Watch a playlist if you'd like to right now. And or subscribe to watch some more videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Good night.